Well, Justice is here in the studio with us right now. Say hello to them, Gaspard and Xavier.
Thank you. Hello.
A gentleman famous for a long time, actually, but congratulations on the Grammy win. I need to hang out with guys like this. Guys
yes,
like this.
Yes, you do. They'll
they
make
bring
you cooler.
up cool factor. Exactly. They bring up your cool factor. Gentlemen, welcome to the studio. And one thing I noticed, Gaspard and Xavier, was you did a Tom Cruise when you walked in. You walked in and you shook everyone's hand inside the room.
So is that how it's called? It's called the Tom Cruise?
It's called a Tom Cruise.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very nice thing to do, to say hello to everybody. But as you reflect on the last 20 years of your career, it seems as if some of the more mainstream recognition is happening now, right?
Can we keep talking about Tom Cruise because we love it? We love him.
Mission Impossible accomplished?
No, but what's crazy is that I think I've never seen him in a bad movie, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
No, it's true. He knows how.
He did Eyes Wide Shut, War of the Worlds. Even Mission Impossible is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a new one out. Eyes Wide Shut's a classic movie.
It's
have you guys all seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Movie.
With Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. I love it.
Ryan brings that movie up a lot.
I do. It's an after-hours kind of movie, though.
It is. So sorry, what was the question?
It seems as if your mainstream recognition is really taking off now too, even though you've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, it's I don't know if mainstream is the right word, but it's kind of we still can't really fathom what's happening, and at the same time it's we are like so used of things being very immediate, and people expect like things to blow up from like the first single or first album, and we find it kind of healthy that it's happening after like 4 albums and 20 years. And it's very nice. We embrace it very much.
And Gaspard, where are you originally from?
From Electric Light Orchestra City.
and where is that?
In the suburb of Paris.
Okay.
I'm from Paris, from the
both of you
outskirts
from
of
the
Paris.
city.
Yes, we're both suburbaners.
So we have someone on the staff, actually, that when we were talking about you coming in, got very fanny about it. And that was Simon, who works on our producing staff. He saw you, I think, 20 years ago. Where, at a festival downtown, Simon?
Yeah, I've seen you guys a few times. It was the festival on the crossroads of downtown LA. That was one. I can't even remember all the Coachellas, but many Coachellas, they're all sort of a blur. But you guys, I've burned a lot of calories shaking my booty to you guys, and
Nice.
I appreciate all the music. I appreciate everything you guys have contributed to my life.
Thank you, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
You always we talk about trying to be bored. We're like trying to be bored before everybody else. So we're always moving forward with something that's coming up, something new, something next, something to talk about, something to do here on this show and in life too. But how is it for 2 decades you can stay ahead of what's current and continue to push what's new?
Yeah, like are we ahead or are we so late that by systems of cycles we end up being like ahead once in a while? One thing we know for sure is that about trends is that we the best way to be old-fashioned is maybe to try to be trendy. And we are so slow in the making that if we think, oh, that's cool now, let's do this, by the time we finish it 3 years later, we already all knew
It's over.
Yeah.
It's 3 years? Is that a project length?
We worked 3 years on this album, and our previous album was released 8 years ago. So we are so slow at making things that we gave up on trends like a long time ago.
Gosh, we are the antithesis of that. I can't wait 1 minute for something. All right, let's get to this track we've been talking about. So many requests for this, too. Justice, their Grammy-winning song. Gaspard and Xavier are here in the studio from Paris, which we can just dream about.
Right.
And you talk about these albums being sort of cinematic, in a cinematic universe of their own. Tell me about that.
But every time we make an album, we are trying to structure it as some kind of at least a theater play, maybe not a movie, but something with an introduction, like then a plot twist, then a resolution. And because we are very much attached to the format and we won't know how to make a collection of singles, and all the album tracks are as equally important to us. And we definitely want to make music that is as evocative as possible and never in the middle of the road.
I mean, that takes me through the sand dunes of the desert to the galaxy of outer space. The sound of that.
Yes.
I don't think you can see these guys and listen to these guys and feel like there's a problem in the world.
That's a great way to put
that's
it.
nice to hear. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is so hard to escape our own heads and stress of life.
True.
But when you listen to the style of the music that you create and perform, it really does put all that stuff on hold for a second.
Yeah, that's really like the
that's
reason
the
why
point.
we make music. Ultimately, it's to create a bubble of something not always nice, but at least that's not a reality. And a lot of people ask us if we are like the music we make, and the truth is no, like we make everything, so our music is as different as possible from our lives and our personalities. If we are music like that sounds like us, it would be like some sort of maybe boring,
No way.
not so good folk music, or a bit sad and a
So
bit
you get
depressing.
into character when you perform your music or record in the studio. You get into a zone.
Yeah, totally. We don't wear shades like this in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow, you
we
came
put
in
on a
looking like
costume.
superstars, rock stars in here.
Yeah, we try to play the part.
Yeah, you got to check out them if you can. Santa Barbara's the next show you can see them at. But take a look online at where they're going to be. They'll be doing it for a long time. And there's very few things that can get me from the voices in my head to stop talking, and your music does. And we're grateful for that.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Anytime. Xavier and Gaspard from Justice, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Au revoir, mon ami.
Au revoir, mon
Success.
ami.